everybody! So today I'm giving you the movies that I saw in the month of July at home. These are new movies to me that I saw in the month, and they're not necessarily new on DVD or Blu-ray, they're just new to me. So the first movie that I saw at home is the animated movie Epic, and this came out a couple of years ago, and it's by Blue Sky Studios. They're the same people who do the Ice Age movies, and I thought this was a lot stronger than anything else I've seen from them. I was expecting it to be awful. I'd heard really bad reviews, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was imperfect. It was kind of muddled, and I thought some of the celebrity voices were distracting, but it's hard. I thought it had some pretty good action. I thought it had some pretty good story elements, and I just thought overall it was an entertaining film. And the animation is gorgeous. It looks so good. So as an animation lover, of course I liked that. The next movie that I saw at home is the movie Chappie, and it's directed by Neil Blomkamp, who did District 9. And I didn't care for this movie at all. I thought it was really hard to watch. And it has an intriguing premise, and I didn't mind. I thought Hugh Jackman was good. I thought Dev Patel was good. But the problem is that they have this South American band that's called Die Antwoord, I guess. And I thought these characters were so annoying and shouting all of their lines, and I didn't have any heart from any of them. I didn't have any investment in any of them. I wanted them to go away, and they just kept getting more and more and more of them. And it was a shame because the core story of sort of the different philosophies of the Hugh Jackman character and the Dev Patel character was interesting, and that's what the movie should have been about. Sigourney Weaver is completely wasted. I didn't like how Chappie became kind of this cliched, I don't know, ghetto gangster character, whatever. I didn't really like his voice. I didn't really like the performance. But those characters were just so annoying, and they're there so much that I couldn't take it. Next movie that I saw at home was Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, because I actually like the first Paul Blart movie. I think it's kind of charming. And it's a family comedy, and those are hard to come by sometimes. And but this is terrible. Definitely, without a doubt, the worst movie I've seen all year. It's probably going to be my worst movie of the year. I would be shocked if something is worse. It's not funny at all. I didn't laugh one time. Every scene is not only that it's not funny, but they take that not funny joke and they stretch it out. Like there's this scene where he's fighting a bird, and it's not funny, and it's so long that he's fighting this bird, and this whole sort of caper in Las Vegas feels like a giant ad for Las Vegas and the Wynn hotels. It's just not funny. That's the problem. Movie that I saw at home. This was kind of a rough month at home. Thank goodness I'm reviewing the Pixar movies, because those are amazing. I saw the movie Focus. Another movie I didn't care for. This movie looks really nice, and I think I think all the performances were good. They did a good job with what they had to do, but the problem is the plot gets super muddled, and I didn't like the ending, and it's way more violent than it needs to be, and there's a couple scenes that kind of defy any kind of belief. I mean, I know that movies like Ocean's 11 and things like that aren't particularly realistic, but this movie, because of the violence, I feel like it tries to be realistic. It tries to, you know, have this sort of real world kind of vibe in a way, but so when you combine it with some of these scenes, like the scene at the Super Bowl felt completely fake, completely ridiculous. And so when you combine the two, it just didn't work for me. The next movie I saw at home, another one not very good, is A Little Chaos. And this movie stars Kate Winslet, and she is stunning in this movie. She looks so beautiful. She stars as this gardener for Louis XIV, and who's played by Alan Rickman. The movie is directed by Alan Rickman, and she gets hired by the kind of landscape architect, I guess, of Versailles, who's played by Matthias Schubert from Far From Maddening Crowd. And she's this supposedly this free spirit, does gardening her own way and doesn't listen to the rules, and it's it's a really corny movie. It's not good. I mean, aside from Kate Winslet, who's, like I said, so gorgeous in it, it feels like a bad romance novel. It's not even really that like dishy as far as like a sultry kind of romantic Regency kind of story. It doesn't even give you enough of that on that level. It's not naughty, really, hardly at all. It's just a lot of time spent kind of looking at each other and talking about how chaotic she is, talking about the garden, and I don't know. It's just really dopey and stupid. It's not a good movie. Trust me on this one. And the last movie that I saw in July at home is the movie Safe. And this was a movie that I did for the Hit Me With Your Best Shot movie club that I've become involved in. And it is set up by Nathaniel from The Film Experience. I mean, he picks a movie every week, and a bunch of different bloggers. We pick one shot from the film that we think exemplifies that film to us, and then we talk about it. What we like about it, what we like about the shot, what we like about the movie or don't like in certain cases. And I had never seen Safe, and it's a very weird movie. It's the kind of movie that a lot of people would probably think is really boring. I didn't think it was boring. It's just very strange. It's about this woman played by Julianne Moore who starts getting sick, and it turns out she has this chemical sensitivity, and we don't know if it's mostly psychiatric or if it's an actual like condition, but she ends up going to this kind of cult, to this spa that's really kind of a cult, to treat the condition, but it just keeps getting worse and worse. But the weird part about it is that like on the cult, she's kind of happy in this weird cult. So it's a strange movie, but it was intriguing. It didn't really tell me what to think about it. And so it's the kind of movie that you can kind of be like, well, what about that? And what about that? And it looks great. The cinematographer did a great job. It's going to be a little bit of like a Kubrick movie in the sense that like there's a lot of time spent on shots that seem like they aren't important, but then later on they become important, so that you kind of look back and you're like, ooh, she was drinking milk there. Ooh, that's why they panned on that shot for that long. And you can just find all these little like clues, which make it interesting. Take a look. I'll put a link to my blog and to the Film Experience if you want to check out Hit Me With Your Best Shot. It's a really fun thing to do. So that is the movies that I saw at home in July. It was a little bit of a rough month. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. I hope you're all having a great day, and please subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think of any of these. If you like them, please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.